Travis Marker here. I'm just going to go ahead and start up on a project. I'm doing a top and going to do a custom burn. Just kind of show you the process that I do on this. I always wear leather gloves because the wood does get hot, and protect your hands. Simple plumber's torch. Kind of just stain it up at an angle. Start running it down my edge. There's a pine that I cut out of a couple different pieces. So I use a 2x6 in the middle and rip the other edges to get it flat. The middle section where everything gets caught, they normally call the breadcrumb catcher. So by joining everything, it eliminates that. And the nice thing about this, if you think you get it too dark or too white, if it's too white, you just go over a little bit more. If it's too dark, you can always go back and resand it. I don't really worry too much about the imperfections because with my projects, that's the kind of stuff that I like. So you can go side to side or up and down, whichever pattern you want. And with pine, it really makes everything pop really good. And then you get a good stain on it. Shows those little imperfections as well. I did sand everything down first with an 80 grit all the way down up to a 120 just for now. I don't really use any wood conditioner. This is conditioning my wood for what I want it to look like afterwards. And every board is going to burn a little different depending on the type of pattern. If it's got the natural sap in it. So I like these where it's kind of like little rivers and channels. They really pop when you put a nice good burn to it. So you can follow right along those and it really brings them out. A little bit lighter, you just go faster. If you want a little bit darker, you just go a little slower, it just puts more heat on it. This bottom one's really got a lot of really good patterns in it. This one's really popping right now. And there's a good stain on it, and it really shows the distinction in the wood when you put your stain on. So this middle one, not popping as much. The grain's really tight in it, and you see the bigger one here, it's a looser grain. If it's really tight, you get a little bit more even, it doesn't show quite as much. all out of the same pine with just different boards, different parts of the tree. And they actually sell charred wood at the store. I ain't never paying for it. I find this satisfying. And I'd rather buy the wood cheap and do it myself. I'm going to darken this one up a little bit more, just a little more even, like everything else is. This one's got glue right in here, the yellow part. That's just the glue with the sap from the tree. I'm going to show you an edge real quick too. Still got a lot of fresh glue in this one because the glue, it kind of bubbles and sizzles. So I rounded all my corners, kind of give it a little bit distinction. This side's gonna look real good. Just go right down the edge, kind of get a nice clean line on it. You can make one continuous motion too. It doesn't get quite as dark, because a lot of times when you're torching like this, you'll kind of get the stop and start and end points. It's like the other side, you get the end grain on the end of the boards. Those aren't going to give you quite as much color as your sides are. Same thing with staining. Your end grain is always going to soak up more of your stain, paint, whatever you're using to clear those up. And that's just how I do mine. Thank you.